If I take my notebook, this is going to be
Okay.
my notebook, right? And put the word past on the top, present, future, and conditional
Okay.
across the top. And this is something people can do right now. We've created a verb timeline with
Okay.
the English verb tenses that creates these vertical what are they called? Columns. And this is the beginning of a verb map. If you think about it, every language and the tenses, the verb tenses that that language has is kind of like a grid that goes down like over your life.
Okay.
Because if I have something that I want to say in the language, in any language, it could be my native language or the language that I'm learning, like English or Portuguese, whatever thought I'm going to want to express is going to come either from the past, present, future, or hypothetical.
Okay.
What else could I even talk about? Like, what other, like language is inside time and space. And so we're trying to create this grid that says, okay, here's how I express thoughts about time and space.
Yep.
Along the side, if we do simple, continuous, perfect, and imperfect, we get the aspects of that language. And now we have a not three-dimensional, we have a two-dimensional grid, or it was one-dimensional, right?
Sure.
And this becomes the map of the language. Now, this works in every language. Not
Okay.
every language has every tense and every aspect that all languages do, but this is
Map.
your map.
Treasure map.
What's a verb? Give me a verb. Be, have, go, do,
Like.
like, want, need, have to, be able to, try to. Those are the core verbs that you want to know up front.
Okay.
Go is good. By the way, there are four core verbs. There are several core verbs: be, have, go, do, like, want, need, have to, be able to, try to, that we always talk about. But the core four are being, having, going, and doing. Because all other verbs, driving, walking, I'm seeing out the window, the flag is waving somewhere. Every other thing that happens, no, is just a variation on being, having, going, and doing. If we did go, then the past simple is going to be I went.
Okay.
And we'll begin to populate the map in such a way that gives us freedom to move around the entire language. How do you say I went in Portuguese?
Eu fui.
Eu fui. Thank you. Spanish is fui.
Fui.
Arabic is dhahebtu ila. I
The
went
head
to
to Ila.
somewhere. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
You said I went to school yesterday.
Yep.
So we're going to begin to populate each tense aspect container.
Mm-hmm.
If this were a map of a city, you'd have each one is a neighborhood. You can visit
Okay.
this neighborhood. You can see what you find there. And then give it to me in the form of a question. Ask me, Tony, você foi para a escola ontem?
Did you go to school yesterday?
Thank you. Did you go? I did not go. I did not go to school. But all of that vocabulary fits inside of the verb container, right? Give me the verb starting point. I like to think of this as a piano.
Okay.
Bing, bing, just push the button.
And that's how music's played.
It's how music's played. It's like a control panel for the language. I can go bung, bung. Tell me everything you could possibly tell me about anything that's ever happened that you know of, starting from this point in time to the all the way to the past. Let's start at the Big Bang. I don't know. There was an atom that, right?
Ooh.
Go back to the Big Bang. You'd have to talk from this section of the map, right?
Yes. What you're saying is that no memorization is required to speak a language. We should start focusing on the core verbs first and foremost.
I think there is memorization. I just think that people put it in the wrong order. They aim to memorize in the hopes that what they've learned will translate to being able to use it. I think that you memorize it by using it.
Yes, okay, cool.
Continuous, past, still the verb going.
I was going
I was going. I was going.
to the
I was
movies.
going to the movies. Let's come over to present simple. And now I need to know every place that you go regularly. I go to work and classes, and
I go to the market.
I'm going to go to the market tomorrow. Question for you, Fabio. Are you going to go to the market today or tomorrow?
Nope, I'm not going to go.
Very good. Anything in the conditional hypothetical, I would go. So if you were visiting another country right now, Mexico, where would you go? I would go to the beach. I would go to the market. I would go to the store. I would do this. If I were in Japan, oh, I would go. I would love to.
So what you're saying is that if I'm a complete beginner in the language and I understand all of the little cities that compose the whole map, meaning the whole language, right? The more verb cities that I know, the more of the country language I can speak or understand or
Mhm.
like.
When you're speaking any language, all you're doing is describing time and space. To your earlier point about becoming fluent, knowing a verb map won't make you fluent. But if you don't know your verb map, then you definitely won't be fluent. Quick run through for anyone who's specifically into the English part of this. I went there. I was going. I had gone to that place. And then imperfect, which is only in the past. That's I used to do this. That would be something, I guess, in Portuguese, like eu ia or eu gostava. That's would be the imperfect. Okay. Come through the present tense. I do this verb. I cook. I clean. I listen to music.
Go.
I'm cooking right now. I'm teaching. I'm learning. I have done this thing. I have been to Brazil. I have tried that food. Now I'm going to do that, going to travel, right? Here I will be traveling. Estarei viajando. I don't know if it's that common, but that would be estarei viajando. That's continuous future. And then finally, terei feito qualquer coisa means I will have done this thing. Condicional, I would do it. I would be doing that. Right? If I were in Mexico right now, I would be sipping a thing on the drink. I
Yep.
don't know, on the beach. Finally, perfect. Teria feito. What would you? O que você teria feito se você estivesse nessa situação? Ah, eu teria feito isso. And that's it. That's the whole map. So from there, it's
That's
practice,
interesting.
practice, practice.
And what if the person who's watching us wants to download this paper you just wrote? Is there a PDF of this? Can it be a PDF from this?
And people can work directly with you on this type of thing and more, especially
Okay.
business English. They can work with you in Spanish, Portuguese, English. They
All
can
right.
work with me in Spanish, English, Portuguese, Arabic.
Very good.
And we could even do this like coaching a person to learn Russian if they want a language that you and I don't know.
Very good.